My name is Adam Richmond. I am your host with the Locks That Rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, and I am joined by a couple of gentlemen here that is no stranger to this music festival, Crobot.
Yeah, man. It's been, I think it's 2014 was the last time we were here.
2014. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time. Well, I think we were the last band that actually played before the tornado, before it was evacuated.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So as you guys came over today, that was one of the first things that came up, and I do want to make sure that we talk about this. We just finished today the Naughty Mile, which all of us, we gather up a bunch of us who's been doing this for years, and we walk across the property carrying signs and pictures of our friends and family that's no longer able to come to the festival with us. And we call it the Naughty Mile. It started over a gentleman who used to do stuff like this all the time, but we've also had a soft spot in our heart for a couple of young gentlemen that we lost several years ago, Cody and Ben, and this hits especially home for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Well, you know, and in the moment, we didn't know that what was going on, and I remember everyone was evacuated, and yeah, I mean, our hearts go out to Cody and Ben's family, obviously. But on a lighter note, we were leaving the festival, and all the cops had stopped like the exits, so you couldn't get off the exits, and we all had to piss because we were half drunk, you know, and I mean, full drunk. Let me say that we were full on drunk, and. So we finally found an exit, and we pulled off at a gas station, and we're like, all the lights are on. They wouldn't let us in because it was in the middle of a tornado. It was piss-pouring rain. And then the next thing we heard was the tornado siren. And we were like, all of us like, oh, shit, it is time to get in the fucking van, dude. So we hopped in the van, and we got out of there. I think we just stuck our dicks out the window as we were like driving off, just pissing wherever we could. But that's life with Crobot, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you, you haven't had a Rocklahoma experience until the tornado has scared the piss out of you, man.
It's Oklahoma for you, you know?
So is that something that you've ran into again since then, like as you toured? Run into crazy...
Have you ever been in a tornado?
I've been in a tornado in Texas before.
Oh, man.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's intense. I mean, I think the other one was, I don't know if it was a tornado or what it was, but it was Carolina Rebellion or another festival that we were at. And they told everyone to stay in their green rooms. And I remember seeing Tool's giant LED wall just swinging in the wind. And then all of a sudden, kink, the whole thing broke in half. And, I mean, you watched about $1 million just gone like that. So that was pretty crazy. That may have been a hurricane, I think.
Good Lord. Yeah. So in your experiences, have you had any experiences where you're just like, I don't know if I'm built for this life. I think I'm getting too old for this shit.
Have you ever been too scared to play?
Not that I remember.
I don't think so either. Like, I will say another heavy moment of Crobot's career is when the Paris attacks happened. We were overseas, and we were like a week behind the Eagles of Death Metal tour, and we were playing Paris like the next week after that. And everyone on the tour was super scared to go there because there was armed guards everywhere, and we ended up playing a place that had the same crew as the Bataclan. It was the first tour or the first show back, and all the guys were scared, but we did it. And Paris was grateful. They had signs like "Thank you for coming," and it was pretty heavy. It was some pretty heavy shit, but
oh my gosh,
definitely memorable.
So what about some highlights of your career thus far? Some things like, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that.
What's a highlight?
We get to smell GWAR's costumes.
Oh yeah, we're on tour with GWAR. We're big GWAR fans. So that's That's always awesome. Highlight of my
Speaking
career.
of the devil.
Speaking
Look at
of the
this
devil.
guy. Look at this fucking guy. over here.
Look
How
at
could you
him.
not? We were just talking about you, man. Yeah, so we were big fans of you guys.
That we actually would spare. Like most humans, I would kill immediately, but these guys are so great that GWAR's gonna spare their lives.
Yeah, so they're not gonna kill us yet. They're keeping.
I gotta go wait in the lobby for the limo. I'll see you guys.
Okay, he's waiting for the limo, of course.
They don't have to spare me if they don't want to.
No one's gonna spare Pat.
But it is GWAR. But it is GWAR, though. What they call a limo, I get the feeling, is a little lost in the translation.
It's a limo made of flesh. It's a flesh limo.
Right?
Yeah, and it runs on the souls of like illegitimate children.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard something screaming earlier. I couldn't tell if it was GWAR's limo or a Tesla catching fire. I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah. They're a wild bunch. The amount of things that I've seen them put their dicks in, like I'm not like nothing alive. I'm just like there's like meat. They like to fuck raw meat. And it's pretty insane, man.
I had
like
to hear-
touring with GWAR is pretty. It's up there.
I have to hit pause. I want to appreciate the disclaimer there. Nothing alive. It's cool. It wasn't that weird. But, you know, the grapefruit was never the same.
Right, the grapefruit never. It's not warm enough. You can't warm a grapefruit enough.
They're technically alive to a point.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Right.
up until you rip the skin off,
Man, seductive.
tear it by the seams.
They're
Arr.
getting me all hot.
Pat's is growing in his under regions.
Oh my gosh. I'm never going to look at a bottle of V8 the same again. Thanks, guys. So I'm looking around, and I also see you guys have done some pretty crazy work. You've done some stuff with the WWE as well, right?
Yeah, we did the Jericho Cruise.
Wow.
We did that, which I guess that's AEW, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was awesome, man. It was only us, Chris Jericho, and Fozzy. So his band Fozzy and
Yes.
Striper.
Wow.
So no one gave a shit about us, which was awesome because we just got to have a free vacation, basically. Everyone's there for wrestling.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't know Striper threw out Bibles in their show. I never knew that. They were a Christian band.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was took a total turn.
Yeah,
That's new.
that's just something they do. People were throwing them back, though. So, like, they'd catch the Bibles and then they'd throw them back at them. So they didn't. I don't think they knew either.
It's just the living word. Sometimes it comes around.
Yeah,
You know, you
I
got to
mean,
pay it forward.
maybe
Hey,
it-
guys,
yeah.
I want to talk a little bit while I've got you about your music and what you guys have got going on right now. Can you tell me what you guys have got going on for Crobot?
There's new music, right?
We're gonna be by the end of the year releasing some new music. Hopefully, we're recording and writing it now, and this is gonna be our first time self-releasing.
Wow.
We're super pumped about it. We are now released from the grips of record labels, which we've been on for years and years, and that's
Sure.
a good liberating feeling. And yeah, we're just gonna fucking kill it, boys. We're gonna release some rippers, and I think our fans are really gonna like it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
So that's what's on your plate right now. What
Right.
about a couple of weeks, couple of months down the line?
So
What's
we've-
on the horizon?
So right now we're on tour with GWAR, and this is the last show of the tour. And we head home, and the rest of the year we'll be writing and recording. And then, yeah, I mean, as far as next year, we'll be picking up support gigs and doing headline stuff. We just don't have anything in stone right now, but yeah, touring for the next year and slowly releasing songs throughout that year.
Amazing,
Yeah,
guys.
man.
I like to wrap up every interview because it is very loud in here, and I see people starting to swirl around a little bit. So, no, wait, that was just GWAR. His chainsaw's flying around back there, so no.
That chainsaw is full of cartilage and pussy lips of all the finest girls.
Get your tetanus shot.
You gotta get if you're gonna come anywhere near it, you gotta get your tetanus shot. I'm just saying.
Right? I'm so glad I got
Yes.
mine. I'm going to bump into them. Whoa, hello there, buddy.
Nice.
All right, guys. Before I let you go, I like to wrap up every interview and give you guys a chance to directly address your audience, your fans, the people in the stands. Gentlemen, the stage is yours.
So this is Crobot here. I'm Bishop.
I'm Pat.
And we just want to thank Rocklahoma and everyone surviving Rocklahoma. We fucking love it here. We love everything but the heat.
We do.
Jesus Christ, it is hot, boy. I've got a belly full of
Chili dogs.
chili dogs and water. I'm going for it today. I mean, what better way to enjoy Limp Bizkit than a fucking belly full of chili dogs? Am I right?
You're correct.
All right. And yeah, stay tuned for new Crobot music if you're into that kind of shit, you know? And if you're not,
God help you.
fuck you. That's what I say.
There's nothing else I can say to that,
Yeah.
but this has been your official podcast of Rocklahoma. I'm your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond. As always, rock on.
Hell yeah.